Welcome back to our next session on applications of ionization potential. Today we'll be seeing in various competitive examination how examiner has formulated wide spectrum of questions on ionization potential. So before getting into the questions, we make an attempt to consolidate our learning, our understanding. So let us start with, so as you go down, atomic radius increases, IP decreases. That is the reason why, so these are more metallic. Alkali metals are more metallic because they can readily give an electron. When I give readily electron, it becomes electropositive. Because anything, if an electron is lost, here, it becomes electropositive, M plus. So, and readily electron is given, it is called electropositive. So metals are more electropositive. This is how things have come. This is how the definition has come. Electropositive. Why it has become electropositive? Metals are more electropositive. So that means what? They are in a position to donate the electron readily, very fast. So that means the elements having low IP are more metallic. Very simple. That means the elements having high atomic radius are more metallic in nature. So naturally, among the complete periodic table, cesium is having low IP, and it is more metallic in character, and across the period, you can see here, across the period, Z effective increases, atomic radius decreases, IP increases. So listen students, if in the examination X, Y, Z is given, some values will be given. For example, I am giving here 112. Okay, I am giving here 400. Okay, I am giving here some 220, something like that. So what does it mean? So high IP means what? It is a non-metal. That is the understanding. Non-metal. Low IP means what? It is a metal. Intermediate means it may be transition metal. That means transition metal. So that is how you should make a gentle guess. Well, very interesting part, zero group elements. You all aware students, zero group elements have fully filled configuration. So fully filled means what? They have high IP. In the complete periodic table, you can see here, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon are having highest IPs. So noble gases have high IP. Very, very important. Noble gases have very high IP. I hope you understood. So sometimes if X, Y, Z is given, if X is given 100, this is given 200, this is given 1000, means what? It is inert gas because the difference is more. See, you can see here, I will show you from here. Now here it is 11.26, here it is 21.58. See, the difference is more. Okay, you will see in the following slides. Next. Now students, if you observe, if you compare some elements, okay, what about the IP values? Here you can see lithium and sodium. Okay, very nice. Lithium, sodium. What is expected? You know very well. As you go down, atomic radius increases. IP naturally decreases. So that's the reason why here sodium, this is sodium, green is sodium. Okay, sodium is less. You can see slightly it is less is there. Okay, similarly this is less is there here. Similarly magnesium less. So beryllium, magnesium. So as you go down, IP what happens? Decreases. Similarly aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, when you compare to the first element and second element, naturally IP values will be less. Second period and third period, you can see here comparison between second period and third period. So next, this is a very interesting stuff. You can see students, lithium is 5203, neon is 2080, because it is fully filled. To your surprise, examiner will ask you, in the complete periodic table, which element is having highest ionization potential? What is it? Helium, because students, helium is having 2 electrons, so 1s2. So 1s2 means it's like this. You take, so it has 2 electrons, right? And you know very well, this is near to the nucleus also. These 2 electrons are near to the nucleus also. So these are 2 electrons are near to the nucleus also. Naturally, that means these 2 electrons are under nuclear attraction. They are under nuclear attraction, right? So naturally, high energy is required. So lot of energy is required. That's why 2372 high value. Okay. So in the complete periodic table, helium bearing the fully filled electronic configuration, that too in s orbital, which is near to the nucleus, very difficult to remove, lot of energy is required. Very simple. For example, a student sitting in the first row, it is very difficult to deviate from the teacher. The student sitting from the last row, he will deviate because he is away from the teacher. Because when you are away from the nucleus, naturally you will deviate. When you are near to the nucleus, naturally you are under the nuclear attraction. You are under the teacher influence. I hope it's pretty simple to understand. Well, we'll move on to the next slide. Yeah, these exceptions already I made it very clear for you. Beryllium, boron. So beryllium is greater than boron. Why? Why? Very simple. Very simple. Again, it is worthy to speak again and again. It is 2s2 fully filled and it is 2p1. It is very difficult to remove an s electron, right? Similarly, another one, magnesium and is greater than aluminium. So let us see here. Here highlighted one. Here it is highlighted. You can see. So let us see. Take now. It is 3s2. It is 3p1. I hope you understood. Similarly, calcium is greater than gallium. So very simple. Okay. So calcium greater than gallium. Why? So let us offer explanation. Very simple. So calcium is 4s2. This is 4p1. I hope students you are very clear. So why they are highlighted. Similarly, we'll talk about the other one. Nitrogen greater than oxygen. Why? Half filled. Phosphorus greater than sulfur. I hope you understood. Phosphorus is half filled. So nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, they are all half filled. They are all half filled configuration. Half filled means it is like this. So this way 1, 2, 3, and it is nothing but 2p3 nitrogen, phosphorus is 3p3, and arsenic is 4p3, and naturally they are greater than their respective counterparts. So phosphorus is greater than sulfur, arsenic is greater than selenium. I hope you understood the highlighted one I have explained. So you can see here are also offered for your sake. So I hope students, ionization potential you are very thorough. Now I am setting the stage basically so for problem solving. So these questions have been asked in previous examination. Okay, so let us solve some questions. So question number 1. Now, which of the following order is correct for the first ionization energies of the following? Now here many students they do mistake. What is the mistake? Listen very carefully. Here boron, beryllium, boron, nitrogen, oxygen. These are the things. So what they feel is beryllium is an s electron. Naturally it is having high IP. No, I'll show you how. Go back. Yeah, you can see here. So I'll wipe it off for your sake so that you'll understand well. Okay, we'll wipe it off these things. Okay, yeah. Now this also will wipe it off. Yeah, have a look students. Now see, beryllium is how much? 899. Nitrogen is how much? 1402. Why? Even oxygen also is greater than beryllium. What is the reason? I'll tell you the reason. Beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. Students, you have forgotten one important principle, that is atomic radius. So beryllium is larger. As you go this way, atomic radius decreases. Am I right? So as you go across the period, so atomic radius decreases, IP increases. So Z effective also increases. This is already explained. So this is the mistake you have done. So considering beryllium is highest, so you are wrong. I hope you are very clear from this. Which is highest? Nitrogen is highest. So nitrogen is greater than. Next, oxygen is highest, is greater than. So beryllium boron, naturally beryllium. Why? Half filled. So fully filled, sorry. So beryllium is greater than boron. So this is the answer. So let us go back and see whether whatever is right or wrong. Okay. So let us see it is right or wrong. Yeah. See. Now which is the right answer? Nitrogen is greater than, oxygen is greater than, beryllium is greater than boron. So I hope you understood. So nitrogen is 1, oxygen is 2, and beryllium is 3, and boron is 4. So the answer is, which is the answer here? So nitrogen greater than, oxygen greater than. So this is the answer. So here one question. So basically you will be awarded for 4 marks. And naturally it makes a lot of difference. When you do mistake, you lose 5. That means 4 correct answers. So and minus 1. Totally you lose 5 marks. So 2 questions means 10 marks. So try to understand. It dictates your fate. Literally. Now, what is the next question? I am reading here. The first ionization potential of 4 consecutive elements present in the second period of the periodic table are. So there are some values are given. So 4 elements are there. So 8.3 electron volts, they are given in IP is expressed in electron volts. I told you already. 8.3 is given, 13.6 is given, 11.3 is given, and 14.5 is given. Now the question is, which corresponds to nitrogen? The question is, so which corresponds to nitrogen? That is the question. Very simple. Nitrogen is half filled. Already I told you. This is 3p3 2p3 configuration. It is 2p3 configuration. 1, 2, 3. Nitrogen is 2p3, and naturally it is having half filled configuration. It must have high value. So that is 14.5 is the high value. I hope you understood. This is the answer. It cannot have a low value because they are second period. So second period elements are what? Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen. I hope you understood. Oxygen. I hope you understood, students. So next, well, he has given some electronic configuration. So helium 2s1, that means helium 2s1 means lithium. 1s2, helium is what? 1s2 2s1. The meaning is 1s2 2s1. Next, neon 3s1. Neon 3s1 is sodium. Neon 3s1, that is sodium. 3s1 is sodium. Similarly, argon 3s1 is potassium. 4s1 is potassium. Now, you are well aware, students. So as you go down, atomic radius increases, IP decreases. So that means which is having high IP. So lithium is greater than, sodium is greater than potassium. I hope you are very clear that potassium is having less IP. That's why it is used in photoelectric cells. You have studied already. So, well, what is the answer here? So A greater than, B greater than, C first answer. Let us move on to the next application. Well, what is the correct second ionization energies? Very difficult. Be careful. It is our second ionization energies, not first ionization energies. So slightly difficult. Now listen carefully, students. Now, students, whenever second IP is asked, the first and foremost thing you have to do is write the first electronic configuration here. So electronic configuration is written here. Well, now once the electronic configuration is written, now remove one electron, IP1, remove one electron. Now I removed one electron. When you remove an electron, that you get C plus, N plus, O plus, and F plus. Now you have to see the second IP. That means you have to remove one more electron. So remove one more electron. So when you remove one more electron, listen carefully, students. So now from this electronic configuration, I have to remove one more electron. That is IP2. Okay. From this electronic configuration, I have to remove one more electron. Similarly, from this electronic configuration, I have to remove one more electron. Similarly, from this, I have to remove one more. This is IP2. So try to understand. Now try to understand. In this, all these four, which is having half filled? Oxygen. First IP is considered, nitrogen is half filled. Have a look here. Nitrogen is half filled, first IP. But after removing one electron, nitrogen become half filled. So nitrogen must be first. That's why 3388. 3388. So nitrogen is having high IP. After that, so which is having high IP? Fluorine. So fluorine is difficult to remove. So that is 3375. Second, this is the next IP. Okay. And next is nitrogen, and next carbon. I hope you understood. So in this case, oxygen is greater than, fluorine is greater than, nitrogen is greater than carbon. Next, let us move on to the next application. So the incorrect is asked in IIT JEE earlier. So the first IP value of aluminum is greater than magnesium. So it is compared. Let us see here. I cannot see here. So it is, I'll just make it short. So here it is magnesium, right? So the first ionization potential of aluminum is less than magnesium. So let us see aluminum and magnesium first. So magnesium. Magnesium is what? Magnesium. Magnesium is very simple. Neon 3s2, right? Aluminum is what? Aluminum electronic configuration is neon 3s2 3p1, right? Yeah. Now you have to remove an electron. That is the first IP. So when you would like to remove a first electron, naturally IP1 of magnesium is higher. The reason is it is fully filled. Very simple. Fully filled. So naturally you expect magnesium to have a high IP value. So the first ionization potential of Al is less than the first ionization potential of magnesium. So it is the right answer. Okay. Now let us see the second one. The second ionization potential of magnesium is greater than second ionization potential of sodium. So let us work out that. So let us work out all the options. Let us work out one by one. So now let us write for sodium. Sodium electronic configuration is as follows: neon 3s1. Similarly, it is compared with magnesium. So magnesium electronic configuration is neon 3s2. Now, but here second ionization potential is compared. So now you remove an electron. You remove an electron. So when you remove an electron, it becomes IP1. After removing one electron, it becomes 3s1. Here the electronic configuration becomes, it becomes 2p6. 2p6. This electron is removed. Now this becomes 3s1. Now second IP. So that means you have to remove the electron from 2p6. So 2p6 is a fully filled configuration. It is fully filled configuration, and naturally that is a neon configuration. What is it? When you remove this one, you got neon configuration. So neon is an inert gas, and it's very difficult to remove an electron from neon. Naturally, so the second ionization potential of magnesium is greater. So it is wrong. Answer is wrong. So let us analyze the third one. The first ionization potential of sodium is less than first ionization potential of magnesium. The first IP of Na is less than first ionization potential of magnesium. It's true. Why? The reason is here. The reason is sodium is having 3s1 and magnesium is having fully filled. So naturally IP1 of magnesium is greater than IP1 of sodium. Similarly, IP2 of sodium is greater than IP2 of magnesium. Why? After removing one electron, it becomes a fully filled. So I hope you understood. So the first IP of sodium is less than first IP of magnesium. It's right. Next, let us see the next one. The third ionization potential of magnesium is greater than aluminum. So let us wipe off this stuff and we'll work out. We'll work out. Yeah. Let us work out the third option. The third option is the third IP of magnesium is greater than aluminium. So let us write magnesium configuration and aluminium configuration. So magnesium configuration is 3s2, aluminium configuration is 3b1. Now first IP it becomes 3s1, it becomes 3s2. Next IP it becomes 2p6 and it becomes 3s1. Next IP it becomes 2p5 and it becomes 2p6. So well, let us see. So this is IP1, this is IP1, and this is IP2, this is IP2, and this is IP3. Now focus on IP3 value. Now which is greater? Magnesium is greater. Which is greater? Magnesium is greater, because it is. So after removing 2 electrons, you got a inert gas configuration. So the tried IP of magnesium is greater than. So it is right. So this is right. So this is right. This is right. This is wrong. The incorrect answer is asked. So incorrect is second one. Well, let us move on to the next slide. So this is what is all about. I explained for you. Now same thing. The first ionization potential of sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon. So make a note. Sodium is 3s1, magnesium is 3s2, aluminium is 3p1, and silicon is 3p2. Well, very simple. Yeah. You all aware? You arrange the elements sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon. Here don't mistaken. The way you have done earlier, don't mistaken. Here the problem is you choose magnesium because it is half filled. You are looking at only electronic configuration but not atomic radius. As you go across the period, atomic radius decreases, IP increases. So definitely silicon is number one. I hope you understood. Then magnesium is fully filled, so magnesium is greater than aluminium. So answer is A. So you bound to do mistake if you consider only electronic configuration, mind you, or if you consider only electronic configuration. Yeah. Let us see the next. Very simple. Nitrogen and oxygen, which is greater? Nitrogen is half filled. Nitrogen is half filled configuration. So naturally nitrogen is greater than oxygen. So it is asked in IIT. So nitrogen is greater in this case. Well, let us move on to the next thing. Highest ionization potential. Lithium, magnesium, aluminium, neon. Very simple. Students, neon is 2p6. And when lithium loses one electron, it becomes 2s2. It is nothing but helium. And helium is having the highest IP in the complete periodic table. So helium is having highest value in the complete periodic table. Highest IP. So naturally the answer is Li+. Now let us move on to the next example. Well, the set representing correct order of first IP. Well, you are expected to thoroughly introspect this, the periodic table. So first of all, write the elements properly. So lithium, sodium, potassium. So let us see here 3 elements. First option, you see lithium, sodium, potassium is given. Very clear. As you go down, atomic radius increases, IP decreases. Agreed or not? But here what is given? K is greater than, potassium is greater than, sodium is given. So which is greater here? Sodium is greater than potassium. So it is a wrong answer. It is a wrong answer. And next, naturally as you go down, IP decreases. So it is the right answer. Beryllium is greater than, naturally magnesium is greater than calcium. Okay. Now boron, carbon, nitrogen. As you go across the period, IP increases. IP increases. So IP increases. So naturally nitrogen is greater. So it is wrong answer. Similarly, carbon, silicon, germanium, tin lead. Now see students, as you go down, IP value decreases. So this is also wrong answer. First is the right answer. Now let us move on to the next slide. Among the following elements, Which one is having highest IP? Very, very simple. So students, have a look. So first of all, this is 3p1. So this is 4p2. This is, and this is here you can see, this is half filled configuration. So whenever electronic configuration is given, what you have to look for is whether it is a fully filled or half filled. Fully filled is greater than half filled, but here not even single fully filled is given. So half filled is more stable, and 3s2 3p3 is nothing but phosphorus. So phosphorus, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, they are all half filled. So I hope this is the answer. Well, let us move on to the next question. See, the increasing order of first IP is given. So let us see here. Boron is here, boron, aluminium, gallium. Next, after boron, carbon, silicon, germanium is here. Next, after that, oxygen, sulfur, selenium is here. Next, fluorine, chlorine, bromine is here. So what are the basic? Let us fix it. So what is asked? Boron is asked. Phosphorus is asked. Where is phosphorus? So we didn't write here. In between, phosphorus will come. So I do one thing, I erase here, we'll write phosphorus, nitrogen, phosphorus. So here, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, fluorine, chlorine, bromine. So what else is asked now? You got here, phosphorus is asked, fluorine is asked, and sulfur is asked. Now, tough time, very simple, see. Across the period, IP increases. Across the period, IP increases. So naturally, fluorine is having high value. Do you agree or not? Fluorine is having high value. So naturally, fluorine must have high value. Very clear. So you can see here, fluorine is having very high value. Next, which is expected next? Phosphorus and sulfur. Because across the period, phosphorus and sulfur. Phosphorus and sulfur, phosphorus is half filled. Here you will do mistake, no doubt. That is what is competitive exams is all about. It is half filled configuration. 3p3, just now you have studied 3p3, and sulfur is 3p4. This is 3p4. This is 3p3. And naturally, phosphorus is greater than sulfur. So fluorine is greater than, phosphorus is greater than, sulfur is greater than boron. Can you see anything is in the option? So fluorine, sulfur, phosphorus, boron. Well, good. So that is the next answer. Similarly, which of the following has highest first IP? Very simple. Here also you have to arrange properly. So I am arranging here. Have a look here. So I am arranging here. Have a look. See, sodium, potassium. I take another color. So sodium, potassium, rubidium, scandium. See, these are all low IP because what metal is it? Alkali metals. Alkali metals have low IP. What is this metal? Scandium, transition metal. And you know very well, as you move across the period, IP increases. So scandium is the right answer because these rest of the three are alkali metals, and this is a transition metal. I hope you understood, students. Let us move on to the next slide. Yeah. So you can work out these examples. You have to write the increasing order of. I have given few questions and solutions also have been given. So you can work out and come back. So I hope you understood. You have to peep into the examiner's mindset. How wonderfully the examiner has formulated the question, which bewilders any aspirant and loses and get into the negative marking zone. So that's where exactly the faculty of comprehension, the way you interpret, the way you are analytical, so it comes into play. Students, today's class particularly I dedicated to only solving the objective questions associated with ionization potential. So I think today's class will generate some seriousness towards these competitive examinations. So thanks for bearing. Good day. See you.